Welcome back to Show Up and Play, the Black Mambas of soccer football. Created and produced by Etienne Newman, a senior software engineer and passionate soccer dad from Canada. If you're enjoying the show, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe on Apple Podcasts. This week, we're strapping on our boots and diving deep into Football Soccer Weekly, Feb 24, Mar 2, 2025. Get ready for a whirlwind tour of the beautiful game's most captivating moments.
I'm excited to unpack this week's action. There's a lot to cover.
Let's start with the Premier League. Liverpool's 2-0 win over Manchester City has everyone talking. Salah's 25th goal this season is impressive, but it's how he's flourishing under new manager Arne Slot that's really turning heads.
Slot's tactics have been key to Salah's success. He's using a system that emphasizes quick transitions and plays to Salah's strengths, creating space for him to exploit with his incredible off-ball movement. Liverpool are now sitting pretty with an 11-point lead.
And Pep Guardiola admitted that City's title hopes are nearly impossible now. Is that a bit of gamesmanship or genuine resignation, do you think?
It's hard to say for sure, but that 20-point gap is daunting, even for a team like City. They did bounce back with a 1-0 win against Tottenham, though. Haaland's return from injury clearly gave them a boost, and Ederson pulled off some crucial saves.
Speaking of tight races, La Liga is a nail-biter. That 4-4 draw between Barcelona and Atletico Madrid in the Copa del Rey semifinal was pure drama.
It was a back-and-forth goal fest that really showcased the attacking firepower of both teams. The second leg is going to be explosive.
And the La Liga title race is equally intense. With Barcelona, Real Madrid, and Atletico Madrid all within a point of each other, every match feels like a cup final.
Absolutely. And with both Barcelona and Real Madrid securing wins this week, the pressure is on Atletico to keep pace. Every goal, every save could be the difference maker at this point in the season.
Let's head over to Italy now. Serie A was shaken up with Napoli's surprising 2-1 loss to Como. Antonio Conte didn't hold back, criticizing his team's lack of hunger.
That loss was a wake-up call for Napoli, and it's given Inter Milan a chance to capitalize. Their 1-0 win against Genoa, courtesy of Lautaro Martinez, puts them top of the table. But with Atalanta also in the mix, the title race is far from over.
Before we move on to the global scene, we want to remind our listeners that Show Up and Play is a listener-supported podcast. If you're enjoying our deep dive into the world of football, consider donating to help us keep the show free and running smoothly.
Every contribution helps us deliver insightful analysis and keep you up to speed on all the action. Now, let's broaden our horizons and take a look at some other exciting leagues.
Bayern Munich are still cruising in the Bundesliga with a comfortable lead, while PSG are dominating League One, as expected.
Bayern's consistency is remarkable, particularly with Harry Kane leading their attack. They're a well-oiled machine. PSG, however, despite their star-studded lineup, have shown some defensive vulnerabilities that their coach is keen to address. It's not all smooth sailing, even for the Giants.
Across the Atlantic, the MLS season has started with a bang, with an incredible 46 goals scored in the first 15 matches.
The league's attacking flair is on full display, and the arrival of new teams like San Diego FC and big names like Lionel Messi is injecting even more excitement.
And for our Canadian listeners, the Canadian Premier League is about to kick off its 7th season. The opening day features a rematch of last year's finalists, Cavalry FC and Forge FC.
The CPL's continued growth is fantastic to see. And with a new Women's Pro League on the horizon, the future of Canadian soccer is looking bright.
Let's shift our focus to South America, where Brazilian champions Botafogo have faced a tumultuous offseason.
Losing their head coach and struggling in preseason has definitely thrown a wrench in their plans. But the Brazilian state championships offer them a chance to regroup before the main season. These championships are always fierce and unpredictable, providing a great snapshot of the Brazilian football landscape.
Meanwhile, over in Saudi Arabia, reigning champions Al Hilal have been hit hard by João Cancelo's injury.
It's a major blow for them, especially with Al Ittihad holding a 6-point lead at the top of the table. Cancelo's absence could be a turning point in the title race.
Finally, let's turn our attention to women's football. Chelsea are leading the Women's Super League in England, but had a scare with Naomi Girma picking up an injury in her debut.
It's a reminder of how injuries can impact even the most dominant teams. While Girma's injury isn't expected to be long-term, it underscores the importance of squad depth, especially given the demanding schedule ahead.
Arsenal and Manchester City are hot on Chelsea's heels, making for a captivating title race. And the competition is just as fierce in other leagues. Barcelona Femini are battling for the top spot in Liga F, while the Frauen Bundesliga in Germany is witnessing a thrilling showdown between Bayern Munich and Wolfsburg.
The global landscape of women's football is becoming increasingly competitive, which is fantastic for the sport. With the UWCL quarterfinal draw looming, we're in for some epic encounters that will showcase the very best of women's soccer.
We've covered a lot of ground in this first half of our deep dive, from the drama of title races to the emergence of new talent and the global growth of the sport.
But there's still plenty more to discuss. Stay tuned as we delve deeper into tactical trends, transfer rumors, and the evolving impact of technology on the beautiful game. It's fascinating to see how women's football is attracting more attention and investment, leading to a surge in talent and competition worldwide.
It's an exciting time for the sport, and it's not just about the elite level. The beauty of football is that it unites people from all walks of life.
That's what makes it so special. Whether it's a local amateur match or a World Cup final, the passion and energy are contagious. And with more investment in grassroots development, we're seeing a broader talent pool emerge.
Speaking of emerging markets, the rise of talented players from Africa and Asia is changing the face of the game.
These players bring a new dimension to the global stage, showcasing their unique skills. And adding to the diversity and dynamism of the sport, it's truly a global game now.
Technology is another game changer. From VAR to advanced analytics and virtual reality, it's transforming how we experience football.
VAR has been controversial, but it's undoubtedly improved the accuracy of officiating. Analytics provide coaches and players with invaluable data to fine-tune their strategies, and for fans. Virtual reality offers an immersive experience that's almost like being on the pitch.
It's amazing how technology is bridging the gap between the game and the fans. Social media also plays a massive role, connecting fans and creating a space for passionate discussions.
Social media has become the virtual stadium where fans can celebrate victories, analyze matches, and engage with their favorite teams and players. It's a powerful tool for building communities and amplifying the love of the game.
It's incredible to witness the evolution of football, and it's exciting to think about what the future holds.
The possibilities seem endless, from technological advancements to the emergence of new talent and the expansion of the game into new territories. It's going to be a thrilling journey.
Speaking of thrilling journeys, we're excited to announce that Show Up and Play will be expanding its coverage to include in-depth analysis of youth soccer leagues and tournaments.
It's crucial to nurture young talent and provide them with the platform to showcase their skills. It's about inspiring the next generation of footballers and supporting the growth of the game from the ground up.
We want to encourage all aspiring footballers to chase their dreams. Hard work, dedication, and a love for the game can take you further than you ever imagined.
Absolutely. Remember, football isn't just about winning or losing. It's about teamwork, sportsmanship, and pushing yourself to be the best you can be. It's a sport that teaches valuable life lessons.
We need to take a quick break, but before we do, we want to remind our listeners that Show Up and Play, the Black Mambas of Soccer Football, is a listener-supported podcast.
If you enjoy our deep dives and want to help us keep the show going, please consider making a donation. Your contributions are greatly appreciated and help us deliver high-quality content week after week.
And if you're a business owner looking to connect with a passionate audience of football enthusiasts, consider advertising on Show Up and Play.
It's a fantastic way to reach thousands of potential customers who share your love for the beautiful game. Now, let's get back to dissecting the latest developments in the world of football.
The transfer rumor mill is always churning, and there are whispers of some potential blockbuster moves on the horizon. Real Madrid seem keen on bolstering their midfield with Ryan Gravenberch from Ajax. His creativity and vision could be a game changer for them.
Gravenberch is a phenomenal young talent, and he would fit perfectly into Real Madrid's system. It would be a significant signing for them.
There's also speculation about managerial changes. Could Jose Mourinho be tempted back to the Premier League with Tottenham Hotspur?
It's an intriguing possibility. Mourinho's tactical acumen and charismatic personality would undoubtedly shake things up in the Premier League. However, his recent track record raises questions about his long-term suitability for a club like Tottenham.
It would certainly be a dramatic return. Now, let's dive into some tactical analysis. What are some of the emerging trends you've observed in recent matches?
One trend that's gaining momentum is the use of a fluid 3-4-3 formation. It's a system that provides flexibility in both attack and defense, allowing teams to adapt to different situations. Teams like Chelsea have been using it very effectively.
Could you break down this 3-4-3 formation a little further for our listeners who may not be familiar with its intricacies?
Certainly. It essentially involves 3 central defenders, providing a solid base at the back. The wingbacks on either side provide width and attacking impetus, while also dropping back to defend when necessary. The midfield can be configured in various ways, depending on the team's strategy, but it generally involves two central midfielders who contribute both defensively and offensively. The front three attackers provide the goal-scoring threat. It's a versatile formation that allows for seamless transitions between attack and defense.
That's a brilliant explanation. Thanks for clarifying that. Now, let's tackle a topic that always sparks debate. Diving. Or simulation, as it's often called. It's a controversial issue that raises questions about fair play and sportsmanship.
It's a complex issue with no easy answers. While some instances of simulation are blatant attempts to deceive the referee, others are more ambiguous. Players are often operating in a split second, trying to avoid challenges that could cause serious injury. It's a delicate balance between protecting player safety and maintaining the integrity of the game.
I think we can all agree that we want to see genuine effort and fair play on the pitch. Speaking of ensuring fairness, goal line technology has been a fantastic addition to the game.
It's taken away much of the controversy surrounding close calls, providing definitive answers to whether the ball crossed the line or not. Technology is playing an increasingly important role in making the game more transparent and fair.
It's amazing how technology is enhancing the game, both for the players and the fans. But ultimately, it's the passion, skill, and drama of football that keeps us captivated.
It truly is. Football is a roller coaster of emotions, from the ecstasy of a last-minute winner to the heartbreak of a penalty shootout defeat. It's that unpredictable drama that keeps us coming back for more.
And that unpredictability is what makes analyzing the game so much fun. We can delve into statistics and tactics, but ultimately, it's the human element, the passion, the skill, the moments of brilliance that makes football so captivating.
Absolutely. And speaking of moments of brilliance, we've seen some incredible individual performances this week. What stood out to you?
Kvaratskhelia performance for Napoli, even in their loss to Como, was mesmerizing. His dribbling skills, vision, and passing range were on full display. He's a joy to watch.
He's definitely one to keep an eye on. His creativity and flair are reminiscent of some of the great Georgian players of the past. And in the Women's Super League, Sam Kerr's hat-trick for Chelsea was another highlight. Her clinical finishing and ability to find space in the box are unmatched.
She's a goal-scoring machine. And what about breakout performances? Any young players making a name for themselves?
Jude Bellingham continues to impress for Real Madrid. His maturity and composure in midfield are remarkable for a player of his age. He's already dictating the tempo of games and showing why he's considered one of the best young talents in the world.
It's amazing to see these young players stepping up and making their mark on the global stage. It's a testament to the quality of youth development programs around the world.
And speaking of development, it's been inspiring to see the growth of football in communities that have traditionally been underrepresented in the sport.
Absolutely. The increasing participation of women and girls in football is particularly encouraging. The success of women's national teams and the emergence of professional women's leagues are paving the way for future generations.
It's a testament to the power of sport to break down barriers and create opportunities for everyone. And as the global football community continues to grow and evolve, we can expect even more exciting developments in the years to come.
Well said. And on that note, we've reached the end of our deep dive into the world of football. It's been a whirlwind tour of leagues, matches, and storylines. We hope you've enjoyed the journey as much as we have.
It's been a pleasure dissecting the beautiful game with you. Remember, the conversation doesn't end here. Keep the passion alive, support your favorite teams, and stay tuned for more exciting deep dives into the world of football.
And a quick reminder to our listeners, if you're looking to reach a passionate audience of football enthusiasts like yourselves, consider advertising with Show Up and Play. You can help us keep providing you with top-notch football content while spreading the word about your business or service to thousands of potential customers. We're signing off for now, but the beautiful game never sleeps. Until next time, keep showing up and playing.